How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing fantastic this evening. All right, let's do the ding. Oh, no. Gotta get my Mr. Chatbot. Gotta get my sounds. I figure in the future they'll integrate chatbot and slobs together in the same thing. I'm pretty certain they will. I don't see why they won't. But yeah, so yeah, I'm on earlier than usual tonight, which is actually kind of odd. My poor wife got kind of shellacked today in the energy department. I think it's because she's making the baby's pancreas or something like that. Yeah, that kind of happens when you're priggers. It's okay. It's okay. I told my wife, you rest, sweetie. I'll just go out and do my thing. Yeah, I'm excited. There's a, so I just joined Strava today. Ooh, I better make a Strava command. I should hit the Strava command. That'd be a good idea. Or put a little Strava title on the bottom of my stream for the workout streams. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, let me think. What am I doing? What am I doing to get myself ready? I'm not doing anything to get myself ready. And apparently there's a keg of ranch. That kind of exists.
No!
Will, you are in fact an idiot.
What?
You said that at the end of your stream. Do I need to roll the tape?
No. I mean, clearly, if I am actually an idiot, would an idiot be aware of the fact that they're an idiot? Most likely not. So I state I am not an idiot. And therefore proving that I actually am an idiot.
I'm sorry. I have to break the fourth wall here. Are you watching? Oh, hold up. Hold on. One second. Let me I am going to post something to the Discord. This is going to make you laugh.
Okay.
You need to be introduced to my buddy Jonathan. You need to meet my buddy John. Yeah, he is known as Dinkus IRL. The person that was the person that actually got me into streaming is Dinkus, and you need to meet him. I don't know actually what he goes by nowadays, but anyway. He just posted this to his Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, go to Mems.
Ah, okay.
That's a good one.
Why would Fortnite kids be going to Iran?
I don't know, but if anyone who's in the military gets because it's kind of like it. I heard on the news today. So President Trump is deploying like hundreds of paratroopers to that area, Afghanistan, Iran. I don't know exactly. I just barely heard the news story in passing, and that makes this thing even funnier.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, they're parachuting in to a hostile war zone.
Yeah.
What does this remind you of, kids?
The Fert Nerd.
The Fert Nerds.
Yay!
Yeah. Well,
Wait. Why am I an idiot?
Because you said you were an idiot. Something about level 300 gear. Something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. So.
You understand the eye level and such, right?
Yeah, but I mean, did you grind for something that was inferior to what you already have?
No, it's okay. So, you understand the concept of the poetic tomestones, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when it comes to crafting and gathering, instead of tomestones, they have what are called scripts.
Okay, got it.
So basically, it's the same type of thing. And so I hit my cap on how many scripts I could gather before from gathering turn-ins. And so I figure, okay, well, before turning anything else in, let me go spend some of these scripts so that I'm just not losing out on scripts as I turn more stuff in for experience.
Do you know what script is slang for?
Money.
In the ghetto?
Money.
Welfare checks.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just giggling because I've heard that in rap songs. It's like, yo, man, I go get my scripts.
Okay. Well, because
anyway, moving on. Moving on.
There's red, yellow. I believe there used to be blue scripts.
America.
Yep. And so I went to the person where I could actually turn in scripts for gear. And there's different categories.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, we are going to run a 60-second ad break right now, just while we're hanging out. So people do not have to see the dumb ad when they come in. So, right now.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, and there's different categories. And so I go into one category and I grab level 70 gear for my miner. Because basically it'll be stuff that I'll be able to equip once I hit level 70.
Level 70! Sorry, that was a bad World of Wifecraft reference. Wait, you're level 80? Oh, that's right. She got the expansion.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm derailing you left and right here.
No. And so then, after I spend all these scripts, I go and just for, out of curiosity, I go into another category of which to spend the scripts in, and I'm just like, wait a second. For the same amount of scripts, I could get 350 gear. And so I was just like, oh well. But no, what I ended up doing is I bought the 350 gear, and then I went and basically desynthesized the 300 gear.
Got it.
So, I mean, it wasn't a complete loss.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I am an idiot.
That's okay. It's okay. We all do idiotic things every once in a while.
But I was trying to hit 70 on miner before you started your stream.
Yeah, I started way early tonight. My wife was already in bed when I got back. I had to go back into work for a little bit. My bosses are taking off on a nice long 2-week vacation starting tomorrow. So we had to get things squared away. But
I wasn't able to start my job yet.
I know, dude. I feel bad. That sucks.
Well, I mean,
it's completely out of your hands.
Yeah.
So,
except for the fact that I could have stayed at the Orwellian Hotel.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking of. I was like, man, you could have at least been working and getting a paycheck while this new job is getting their freaking act together. Well, it's not even the job. It's just there's no demand for it at this instant, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Because basically, the company is based out of Toronto. And so they're trying to expand and get more offices and get a foothold in the United States so that the calls that are made to...
You know what? Do you know what that means? We can blame Satan for everything.
No!
Yes, we can. She lives in Toronto. She shares some of the blame.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
They're not even a country anyway.
Blame Canada.
I only know the song. I haven't seen the movie. Oh, man. Well, I will say one thing though. One thing I learned from work is we're hoping to get a job in Saudi Arabia for a massive water park over there.
Oh.
Let's just say if we get this job, we literally do not have to take a job for 2 years, and our company would be totally okay.
Now, this job with the water park.
Uh-huh. It is a water park with entirely powered by oil. Like, there is no water. It's just
Would there
oil.
be travel involved?
It's just oil. That's all it is. It's just massive water oil slides. I'm joking.
No.
Would there be travel involved? No idea. No idea.
So what that answer is, most likely yes, but for you, no.
No. If there would be travel, I would definitely be going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there'd be.
I was just trying to come up with a funny response because.
No.
Now,
I'm a little more valued in this company, and I have way more on-site experience than 2 of my other coworkers. So.
Well, okay. Now here's a question.
Yes.
Would there be assuming there is travel involved, would you take the opportunity to make a family where basically you go over as a family, or your family joins you a couple days later, and you spend a couple days doing the vacation thing as a part of the trip, and then come home?
I think my wife would murder my kids by the time they hit Europe.
Okay. It's one of those things where it's like,
I know. Yeah. If I actually could pull it off, I would probably take my wife. I don't believe I would take my kids.
Okay. Now, next question. If you are able to take a trip and spend a couple days there just vacationing, even by yourself for one of these business trips, would you be able to swing it where a good friend from Michigan can join you? We're not naming any names. Just
you would literally be my pack mule. I mean, like, literally, I would ride around on your back, and I would claim that I'm royalty, and that you are the manslave.
Well, I mean, they do understand royalty over there.
Allegedly.
And slavery.
Although, because the oil prices are tanking, the royalty is just, like, free-falling out of control. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we need to go to Foundation. Am I in Foundation? Or am I?
No. You're in Idleshire.
I'm in Idleshire. And there's a nurse right behind me.
Oh. Guess what? I was streaming earlier today.
Yes.
Actually, wait. No, you know this because you watched the stream.
I watched about 5 minutes of it. You know what? I actually probably could have been there live if I would have known that you were live. Don't worry, Will. On Sunday, I will rectify you not being auto-mentioned and auto-hosted on my stream. I will make those changes on Sunday.
I'm not worried about that.
Yes, you are! Shut up. No, you can talk. I mean, just shut up. Shut up about not being Concernicus, because you are 1,000% Concernicus.
Well, no, wait. I'm about to channel the feral.
Okay.
Shut up, Dinkus.
Shut up, Dinkus.
But no, on the stream, I actually had someone follow while I was streaming, and it was fantastic because it was wacky.
Right. Hey, make sure and post your stream in LDS Gamers too.
I do.
Okay,
I'm auto posted there.
Oh, are you set up as a approved streamer?
I believe so, which is why I will never stream Conan. So long as I have that status where I am automatically popping in LDS I am not going anywhere near Conan Exiles while streaming.
Yeah, I've heard there's some nudies.
Just slightly.
Slightly nudies. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if here, let me see if you got. Yep. You got auto posted on LDSG, so you're good to go on that at least.
Yeah.
Jwin's streaming right now, dude. That guy like streams stupid early in the morning too. Excuse me. All right. Let's see here.
But yeah, it was kind of nice because I got talking about a series of ebooks I've been reading, and basically the stream was just me gathering. So if you wanted to see high level well, not high level, but level 60-ish gathering, then that is the stream to watch.
Oh, that's right. We got Nidhogg.
No. Estudian! I'm sorry. I knew you would enjoy that.
I did.
So it's like, I posted the link. You said, all right, night guys, got out of voice chat. And then about a minute later, you came back in.
I was dying. That was good. Not gonna lie. I was hurt by the end of the stream last night. I'm just like, good golly, I need to go to bed. And then I saw that. I'm like, that's good. That dang good.
I mean, it's like, fine, I'll watch it. Oh, it's only a minute? Yeah. And it starts, and you're like, oh, man. Burninate the Ishgard. Burninate the broom.
As long as you don't hit the hot chick, that's all I care about in the broom. Hilda?
And Frey? Actually, I'm not sure. Is Frey...
Frey!
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've went to work on the...
Frey's like 3/4 nurse. She doesn't do it for me. She's not...
Well, no, I mean, but would you actually say that to her face?
She wouldn't want me.
Or...
I'm not. She'd be like, boy, you're not my type.
And of course, you know what's going to be scary is, like, operator's going to come in and be like, Frey's a guy. Yeah, because I don't know!
It's Pat. No, Frey is a dame. She got gams. Let's see here. What the? Oh, hey, Wacky! How you doing? Welcome.
Hey, Wacky!
Final steps of faith. Let's do this thing. Let's slap this dragon in the face.
Oh, no. Wait. Hold on 1 second.
What? I'm gonna feel violated. Oh, and by the way, are you using a Corsair headset?
Yes, I am.
How do you like it?
I do like it. It was a gift from my father-in-law.
Oh, even better.
Basically, when City of Heroes came back,
right?
And that is one game that my father-in-law, the three of us, myself, my wife, my father-in-law, play together.
Right.
And so, for voice chat, because we're in 3 different rooms of the house,
That's cute.
basically we gave him my old headset, and then he bought both my wife and I Corsairs like this.
Yeah, not bad.
And basically the reason I said wait was I figured that I could ask in FC chat, see if anybody wanted to join us.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that now.
Yeah. So if we don't get a response, then probably. And Wacky found one of my audio drops.
I thought I had to sweeten the pot a little bit.
There you go. The incentive.
The incentive. Yes.
Okay, wait. Pull up your inventory again.
Huh?
Okay, there along the bottom row, you have orchestrine rolls. Are those all faded copies?
Yes.
It just says it in the name.
Yeah, they're all faded copies.
Okay, yeah, it looks like they are.
I don't know what to do with
I think
them.
I lost voice on you.
You did?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
getting any sound.
Crap. I somehow... I'm sorry. I somehow unconsciously hit the mute button on my headset.
Nah, that's okay.
But yeah, they are all faded.
Okay.
What do I do with them?
They are basically a crafting material, and I want to say... Alchemist, maybe, is able to basically rescribe them.
Oh, okay. Okay. He sent me an invite. I don't see an invite. Oh, is it? Oh, snap. Really? I thought this was innuendo.
No!
Nope.
Okay. For Bale, no, he says invite away.
Oh, okay.
So you send him an invite. So I believe it's semicolon to pull up the FC list.
What the frick innuendo does a yo-yo even pretend to have? Like, I don't even know.
Farrell, there can be innuendo with everything.
Yeah, what is that? Rule 42? Which rule is that?
I don't know.
Can string them along. That's kind of. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I invited that dude.
Dude.
Man, you guys are weirdos.
Well,
yep.
I mean,
That makes life interesting. Come on.
Okay, maybe they weren't. All right, just hit the duty roulette.
All right. What? Are you still in minor?
What? Oh, duh. Okay, I'm good. Actually, you know what? Back out, then drop us back in.
Ah!
Well, so that way it's not two white mages.
That's too white. All right, you ready?
Are you trying to play the racist card?
I'm always trying to play the racist card.
But, like me, as a cis white dude, never works, right?
No, I am a member of the Three Blinded Hitmis. Wait. I thought you said you were going to change out a healer.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did not. I have 2 healers right now.
Yes. No, I said I was going to change out a white mage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm scholar.
So yeah, it looks like more and more I'm going to be planning a trip down to San Diego to put on a swim clinic for a bunch of triathletes.
Nice.
Now,
Now,
go ahead.
go ahead.
This is a part of Team Zoot, which is the kind of the clothing company that I'm a member of, I guess, for this triathlon season. Excuse me. So so I kind of floated the idea, and then I did a live stream.
Yeah.
And then people actually, a lot of people responded pretty positively. I'm talking like a dozen people, which is, for a group of just people in the Southern California region, it's pretty good. I mean, it had like 40 plus minus views while it was live. Some people obviously rotated in and out. But yeah, I felt like it went pretty good. So and people are just like, man, I wish you were down in San Diego. I wish you were down in San Diego. I'd love to work with you, and try a lesson or two. I was like,
how far is San Diego from you?
It's about an hour and a half on a good day. It can take upwards to 2 hours. What?
Okay, I guess Sorry, I'm pulling up Google Maps. Continue. Oh no, I'm from Facebook. I know where you are.
Okay, I'm back on. Yeah, it's about hour and a half maybe. Like I said, depends. It always depends on traffic. You never know how crappy the traffic's gonna be. So just more and more people are just like, yeah, we should do it. Yeah, we should make it happen. Yeah, we could do a group ride on bikes, and then we could do a swim clinic. And I was like, holy crap, this might actually happen.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it was pretty interesting though. There was one guy, there's always that one dingus that always has to be like, well, the triathlon swimming is actually very different than pool swimming. Pool swimmers just don't understand about the open water swimming. I'm like, are you pulling some sort of surfer sponger elitist bullcrap? You're not pulling this one on me, are you?
Look, swimming is swimming.
I was like,
even if there is that difference that this dinkus is talking about, then if you practice and work better in pool swimming, there's enough of an overlap that triathlon swimming will carry over.
Right, and I don't pretend to be like, oh, I only coach elite swimmers. I'm like, no, I'm working to get kids from dragging their feet on the bottom of the pool. That's mainly what I'm working with. And I have some things that I've developed over 5 years that have proven to be very useful for anyone. I mean, yes, I'm not going to get you from a 25-minute mile to a 20-minute mile. I probably won't get you there. But I can get you from a 30-minute mile, a 30, 35, 40, somewhere in there, because people legitimately swim 2-minute 100s in a mile for a mile in a triathlon. Like, legitimately swim a 2-minute 100. That, to me, is so insanely slow. I'm just like, how do you last the entire time in the water when you're swimming 2 minutes per 100? I'm just like, those are the people I'm looking to help.
Yeah.
Because if I can knock a 2-minute 100 down to a 1:4500, that's saving at least 5 to 6 minutes off a swim, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Oh, yeah. And that is no extra training. That is no extra training. All that is simply getting a person to understand certain mechanics within within being in an aqueous environment to help get you on top of the water better. Like, if you go from swimming like this to like this, that cuts your drag well over 50 to 75%. And that, in and of itself, does wonders for your time because you're not spending so much time fighting nature.
Well, not only that, but it's that much more energy efficient.
Oh yeah, no. The efficiency goes straight through the roof.
You won't be using as much energy because you're not dealing with as much drag.
Right.
And so then you'll have energy to deal with the rest of the race.
Right. And then an interesting thing that I had is one of the things that I teach what's called pull-up theory. And this essentially has to do with people, because lots of people, they will pull with a completely straight arm. They have no concept, and it's like a semicircle from the front all the way to the bottom and then all the way back up. So what I try and do is I try and teach people how to bend the elbow and pull in a straight line from the top all the way to the bottom. So then ew, physics. You have to understand, Wacky, I am a civil engineer. Physics is kind of my bag, baby. All right.
My bag, baby.
This is my bag, baby. So.
Oh, behave.
Oh, it was pretty funny. I was hanging out in Jiraxel's stream, probably when I should have been or would have been hanging out in your stream, but I didn't know.
Okay.
But I was using the Juan emote in a nice string of chat posts. And okay, do you know of any mechanics I need to be wary about?
Oh, probably. Do I remember them? No.
Oh, come on.
Look, I'm not operator.
Ah, dang it.
Though I do want to check one thing. You did not by chance hear that, did you?
You want to check one thing? Was that a fart?
No.
Oh, then no.
Dang it. That would be really awesome if I could have, you know what? Maybe I need to get Eos out.
Yeah, let's curtail our shenanery until we get through this fight.
Yeah, let's get into focus mode.
Looks like we're gonna need we need all hands on deck for this one.
Yeah.
What? I got the revive.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say that I think that there's a DPS check, but I think we just finished it. Basically, if we didn't get the 3 ads down fast enough, then that one last attack would have taken us completely out.
So I don't understand what a DPS, what the term means. That pretty much means that if we don't finish it off fast enough, within a certain amount of time, it
Yes.
does a full party wipe.
Yep. DPS, damage per second.
Right.
So DPS check is we have to establish, we have to do X amount of damage fast enough to be able to beat the timer. It's been so long since I've been on Scholar. It's not even funny. Ooh, come on. Of course, they made some changes to Scholar. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Ah! Corre! I was like, run!
Get in his butt. Stack! Stack! Over here! Come over here.
That didn't seem like a good idea.
There we
Woohoo!
go.
To the dungeons! I got an achievement. I feel fancy.
Yeah, it was BDO. You know, Wacky, I like BDO, but there's a lot of good stuff about it, but there's some stuff that it's just like yeah.
I'm gonna tune you out. This sounds like it's gonna be a little important.
Take your time.
Oh. Never mind.
Oh no, trust me, there will be a cutscene. You'll be
Hey, Dragon Boy, how's it feel to get your butt kicked? Huh? Huh?
Look, we told you to take a bath and get that suit laundered.
I know, and look at that! Look at that! You got a pustule on your arm. Was just
With eye.
I know it
You don't
grew
want
an eye. I mean, that's like well beyond, an ingrown
Look,
hair.
You're
I
gonna
mean-
need to go see a specialist and schedule
Yeah,
some
'cause
surgery.
There isn't enough Neosporin
Look.
in the world that can cure that thing.
I mean, I don't want to go into too many details. I'm sure Farrell doesn't want me to either. I speak from personal experience. You don't want to have to get to the point where you have something that needs surgical removal.
Yeah, I'll probably pass out if you actually talked about that. All right, I am tuning you out.
Okay, so while the Farrell is tuned out, I will explain that I know that there is a reason that my wife loves me totally and completely, because she is still my wife after what we went through.
Is this to be?
And that's all I will say.
Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand. This is not your hand, worm. Thou wilt obey. I would ask one last favor of you, warrior of light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty. No! You can't.
Final
die
duty!
like this. I won't let you!
Oh, how touching!
Wait for it.
Yeah, Hashival. That's it. Band-aid it. Just gotta rip it right out of there. There you go. He hath now been reborn. Don't mind him. He's just taking a little dirt nap.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Do it! Do it now! Nice. No hesitation. I love it.
Yeah, but you probably can't hear me right now.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. That's not a bottomless pit, right?
Right.
So someone would be able to climb down and collect them.
Maybe. That sounds like a plot point for the future.
He lives. Ah, Astinian, my
But
ill-fated
who
friend.
would ever think to go collect the eyes? Objects of immense power.
Lucia, summon the healers.
The bees
I want them ready to receive
know.
him.
Sorry,
At
that's an old
once, Lord
Glendeck
Commander.
bit.
Is that why we're killing them off?
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Oh, fatty. Should he be carrying that with his knife wound to the gut?
He's healed. I mean, it's been what? At least a month or two since that occurred?
Yeah, something or other.
You have my gratitude, Resvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
With that said, do you think I can kind of have my eye back?
Yeah, it's just down in the abyss.
Not the eye she took. Both of those eyes are Nidhogg's eyes. No, his eye kind of got absorbed into Joya.
But I think he would actually be one person safe to give at least one of the eyes to.
Excuse me.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than
Okay,
bear him
so
home
I'm
and
looking at
wish him
this
well,
guild leave quest for
even as
minor.
Hraesvelgr did.
All of these
The rest
bases
we
belong
must
to
trust
us.
the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
All your bases belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love old translation. All right. Off now. Alphino seems distracted.
Do not accept this teleport.
Got it.
So I figure I will just work on continuing to do the minor.
Right. That's perfectly fine with me.
And then if you need me for more duty, then
Duty.
I will gladly join. Unless of course you want to do more anti-tower.
That's not a good call. No.
You don't like that call.
I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
You know, I mean, that's just low-hanging fruit. Come
Yep.
on.
Pretty much. Yep. It's low-hanging fruit, but I will mash that button every time. Let's see here.
But no, right before the Nidhogg fight, I went to my chat bot and hit one of the chat buttons.
Mm-hmm.
See if by chance it picked up through Discord. Sadly not.
Yeah, I don't know how to connect the bot to Discord, and I wouldn't do it anyway because I don't leave my computer running all day. Because you'd have to have chatbot running in order for it to pick up the Discord commands.
Okay.
Yeah. Your Streamlabs chatbot must be running and currently connected to Discord in order for those commands to work. If you would want to have Discord, some commands in Discord, you're going to want to use, I think, Nightbot has a Discord component. I think Stream Elements has a Discord component. I know there exists some Discord-only bots, but I haven't really played around with those at all.
No, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I just figured that, if there was some way I could figure out how to bring my soundboard essentially into your voice chat channel when I'm here with you, there could be some dangerous things occurring.
There could be some very dangerous things It is possible. But it would be.
Hey,
It would.
Hey, Alfie, don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
But surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious, but I'm not Shirley.
But don't call me Shirley. I need to watch that movie again. I do. I love that movie. I love Hot Shots Part 2. The part that always killed me about Hot Shots was the Bloodsport parody at the beginning.
Okay.
where he comes out and he brings out a freaking Sunday condiment cart. And all the monks are like, gummy bears, gummy bears, gummy bears. And he sticks with the gummy bears. Like, ah!
Sorry.
Oh, man. That's so good. I love all those dumb movies. Oh, do you want to know what's a movie that is Draxel's favorite movie and is actually one of my top favorite movies, too? Stardust.
Okay, you see,
Whoa.
I couldn't enjoy that movie.
You couldn't?
No.
Why? I am incredibly curious as to why. It seems like our interests align in so many areas. I don't understand how.
Have you read the book?
Oh, it's a book versus movie thing.
Yeah, I think there was enough difference between the book and the movie, which I had just finished the book before seeing the movie.
Oh, now why would you ruin it for yourself like that?
Because I knew that I would read the book eventually if I saw the movie first, and I didn't want to taint my the book reading experience with the movie. Because usually, if you read the book and watch the movie, the book is always better.
Right.
The one movie that is the closest to the book experience, even though yes, there are differences, but is the truest to the book that of the pairings that I've seen where I've read the book and seen the movie, is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone for you. For those people over the pond.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, because I've never read, I know you already know this, but I am not a huge reader. It's mainly because usually if I read to relax, I am literally going to fall asleep within minutes. It's like I can't enjoy a book because I literally would fall asleep too quick.
Okay.
But usually, if I do pick up a book, I can blow through books rather quickly if I really want to read the book. Like reading Armada, that took me well less than a week to read that book.
See, and that's one of those books that is on my list to read. Because
it's pretty good. The only problem is, having read Ready Player One and kind of understand, and quite frankly, having read Ender's Game, the main plot, the early plot twist was already blown. The later plot twist was kind of already blown, so it was more of a, I wonder what their angle is on this, rather than, what's gonna happen? It's like, well,
yeah.
I know X, Y, and Z is going to happen. I'm just curious how it's going to happen. So...
Well, I mean, I honestly, after reading Ready Player One,
it was the memories of
I assumed that his next book was going to be the sequel to Ready Player One, which everything I've heard about Armada is, no, it probably doesn't even take place within the same universe.
It could, but it's more like literally set in present day, and the whole leftist apocalypse cluster F didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
because the whole thing of Ready Player One was that it laid it out well in the book. It was global warming screwed up the crops, widespread famine, industry started shutting down.
Yeah.
You know, so it was pretty much the quintessential leftist doomsday environmental theories all coming to life at the same time. So that was the setting of the world of Ready Player One, as opposed to Armada, which is literally could be set in today.
Yeah.
Like today, except for the fact that there's major plot things that I would totally blow. Certain things have been in development for a very long time, and certain technologies that we are like, oh, I wonder. Yeah, no, they're already here.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the setting of Armada. Like it literally could happen today. But I mean, I enjoyed both books pretty thoroughly, mainly because of all of the fun retro references. There was a lot of those in Armada as well, and it was pretty well done. I mean, it was pretty well written. I enjoyed it, but I liked Ready Player One more personally.
Well, yeah, and that's what I've heard is that regardless of how how good Armada is, it's still not as good as his first attempt. Which, you know, Ready Player One, it was probably something he worked on for years and years, refining for who knows how long.
Right.
And so then once, basically he had lightning in a bottle with Ready Player One.
Oh, yes.
And so he
hands
tried
down.
to do it. He tried to do it again with Armada, I'm sure. And it's just there wasn't as much of a refining process that he went through because he didn't spend years and years and years on it like he did Ready Player One.
Well, the thing with Ready Player One, though, is it's such an interesting yet believable concept.
Yeah.
Like the whole entirety of Ready Player One. I mean, you look at Facebook, VR, our social media culture. I could see our society literally progressing towards that, where everything is online. I mean, like everything is online, everything is VR. I mean, I could completely see that happening. So that was kind of the interesting thing about Ready Player One, is that it was, I mean, even personally, I liked the movie. My wife did not like it near as much. I understand the reasonings for what they did with the movie. A lot of the stuff that got altered or straight up replaced in the movie, I understand why they did it, because it makes
copyright holders and such, aside from anything else.
Well, it's more of it made it more adaptable as a movie. If they actually went by the book, it would have been a fantastic series like Sherlock. Like it would, or not necessarily Sherlock, because most Sherlocks are kind of a one-off kind of a deal with underlying motives. It would have totally made for a great miniseries. Like it would have been great for a multi-part miniseries. But for a movie, you gotta cut a lot of crap out in order for it to work. So, it worked. It was fun seeing all of the video game references all wrapped up into one movie, because, my crap, there was a lot of video game references all in the movie. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting there, I'm just like, oh, Halo, Street Fighter, Overwatch, this, that,
Gundam,
Doom,
Voltron.
this, Gundam, yeah. Now, I'm just sitting there just rattling off. I'm rattling off everything, and my wife is just like, my gosh, you actually know all of these characters? I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. I mean, she recognized a fair majority of them, but there was a lot of them she's just kind of like, wow, you know that one? Oh, now Alfie's forlorn.
There will be time enough to determine
Now,
who is
if you
most
were
deserving of recognition
to
later. I
read,
have Chambers prepared an expectation of your return.
then I
You're
would
welcome to retire at your
recommend a series that I actually talked about on my stream earlier tonight, ebook series called Awaken Online, where basically
I am most grateful for your
it's lit
hospitality,
RPG,
my lord, but I believe I shall
and so
pay a visit
basically
to the
it's your
temple night
VR
before.
MMO
Pray excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
series, and the author's got 7 books out in the series, which I think it's 4 books in the main series,
Our master
a
Alphinaud
spin-off
has grown,
series that he's written the first book
in which
to.
respect he has come
His
to
next 2 books are
resemble
going to be
you,
books 2 and
warrior
3
of
in that trilogy, and then basically he's going to tie those 2 series together.
Ooh.
And then there's 3 one-offs from the main series with basically focusing on sub-characters.
Uh-huh.
But basically the premise of the series is the main character for the 4 books, first 4 books, is he starts playing a new VR MMO that comes out, releases day 1, and the AI controller for the game, when this kid logs in, decides, okay, I'm gonna make him the villain of the game that everyone else, is gonna try to defeat. And so this kid, rather than getting a regular, fantasy class like, a paladin, a soldier, an archer, a rogue.
Right.
No. He gets gently nudged toward necromancer. And
Gently nudged?
oh yes.
How does one get gently nudged towards summoning the undead?
Well, because you see, the way the magic system works in that series, that series of books, is there's they have what's called an affinity system,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's six different types of mana: air, earth, fire, water, light, dark. Each of these 6 different types, so it's very much like Final Fantasy 14 in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the elemental affinities for crystals and such to get you your crack, as Artemis was going for last night. But for the different types of elemental affinities, each of those affinities is associated with a different emotion.
Ah.
And so when this kid logged in the first for the first time, his emotional state of mood, his emotional state was very much leaning toward dark, which the associated.
Was he going emo from listening to too much Dashboard?
No, basically he had just been expelled from school.
Ooh.
For he had been expelled from school from being the victim of bullying.
Oh.
He was not the bully, he was the victim.
Right.
And so basically with that frame of mind, basically you have an affinity score for each of the affinities, and it's basically listed as a percentage. The higher the percentage, the more the easier it will be for you to cast a particular mana. And so in comparison, his dark mana was through the roof.
Ooh.
For a starting character. And so it's and so basically he starts off and he gets
okay. Will, could I request that we table this conversation, because I'm gonna get into a very cutscene heavy portion. It is giving me the you're gonna want a bunch of minutes. Go make a sandwich, get comfy, get in your comfy clothes, because these cutscenes are gonna take quite a bit.
Okay, yep, no, that's good.
All right.
I will table this conversation for my next stream.
All right, sounds
You
good.
can go back and watch part of my other stream that I did today, but we'll move on from that, and I'll shut up.
Sounds good.
Estinian.
Uh-oh.
Now, the thing that surprises me about Estinian is now, is this actually the first time you've seen him without the helmet on?
Yes.
Okay. How the heck does he fit that hair? All that long, luxurious hair
It grates my ears.
in that helmet?
Swim caps? Cease your mewling, boy. But
Forgive
you're
me.
alive.
When I saw you awaken, I could not. It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest.
Oh, yeah.
I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvogr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
Because I am the warrior of light, baby.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
I'm sorry. The last time I saw you, I kind of shot through the heart, and you're too late. You give love a bad name.
There is naught to forgive, Hamerick. You had acted in
Oh,
defense
bad.
of Ishgard. It's your duty.
I am not that big of a Bon Jovi fan. I just know that one line.
I'm quite possibly a little bit more of a Bon
Were you
Jovi fan.
any less
I don't
single-minded
care.
about it, I will not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Mewling. I like that. I like that term. Stop with the mewling, boy.
Oh.
Sick burn.
Wacky, I am so sorry. No one should be tased on Bon Jovi Journey.
Don't tase me, bro! Up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retain some.
Yes, we know you meant raised. Will's just being a dingus.
No, I never take. I never pass up an opportunity to use a dad joke.
Right.
The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this
Rancor. I like that
the
word,
very image of my
rancor.
own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family. When no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither
Are
one
you
of us
still
had a
still
choice.
mewing, boy?
But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and
So that website that I went to and found a bunch of sound drops.
had
I
I
linked
not
in
had them
Discord.
to gainsay my obsession.
There was one. They actually
surely
had a
have
Final Fantasy
consumed me as
XIV
Nidhogg's did him,
drop.
and we would have
From the
been in
vault.
all respects alike.
And for the life of me, I don't know why they had it listed under television.
Though his shade is banished, his spirit
You know
still
what's one I
lives
do
in
need to
the
get?
cloud.
I need to get the Xenoblade Chronicles
His past
done for to get me.
once I craved vengeance. I now crave
I need to get
rest.
that one just because it's fun. I was with Knock up in Utah. We were driving around and and I think his wife was talking about High School Musical, and then he just goes, "Don't forget me." I was like, "Oh my gosh, you remember that one?"
Nice.
You know which one I'm talking about, right? It's the
I've never seen any of the High School Musicals.
No, but have you seen the thing that I'm talking about? Okay, we are going to take a quick break from this cutscene. This is very much so 100% worth it. Let's see.
What web browser do you use?
Opera.
Why?
It's the Opera GX browser. It's actually pretty good.
I never pegged you as an opera fan.
I actually don't mind Opera.
Download the Booking.com app.
Wow,
Book
I
by
figured
January
that would
5th
be
and get a
another
free Google Nest Mini on
buzzer-worthy.
Booking.com.
No. Watch.
Okay, 1 second. Let me put on stream audio.
Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Summer. Shadow Strike!
No! Now it's riding time. Don't forget me. Think you can take me. Think you can take me. Don't forget me. Let's go to Elysium. Don't forget me. Think you can take me. Think you can take me. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. Think you can take me. Think you can take me. Don't forget me.
I have no context for what's going on.
I'm really feeling it. What are you doing, Shorsh?
I can't remember who initially posted that on my Discord, but I'm just like, this is awesome.
Okay. I've never seen any High School Musical, so I have no context for what scene that they were.
Okay, I have never seen a High School
Mutilating.
Musical. I have never seen a High School Musical either.
And I've never played a game with the characters of which they were using superimposing on the actors' faces.
Okay, so most of those were either the majority of them were from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Captain and Don't Forget Me. Those were from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The Rhyme Time was from Xenoblade Chronicles. The music, the thing, it's the getting out of school song, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen High School Musical. I hate High School Musical. I hate the concept of High School Musical. But the fact that they were able to completely mock it while mocking one of the best memes to come out. I mean, okay, so what happened was in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I'll make this very quick so we can get back to the cutscene. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there was a lot of parts where we have to fight these soldiers. You know, they're the dudes with like the pointy helmet things.
Okay.
And they can
Who asked not to be forgotten?
Yes. So they would constantly be saying that. They'd be like, "Don't forget me. Can you take me? Don't forget me. Can you take me? Captain, don't forget me. Can you take me?" I mean, it was just over and over and over. It got so bad, they actually patched it out in the third patch.
Now, here's a question. Are these games available on the Wii?
Xenoblade Chronicles is available on the Wii and 1000% recommended. Xenoblade Chronicles is out on the Wii. Xenoblade Chronicles X is on the Wii U. I actually have streamed that entire game on stream. That was one of the final games I streamed back in the Cantina days. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is on the Switch.
Okay.
which I have sunken over 160 hours into that game, I think.
Well, because a little birdie apparently has told me that there is a chance that I may have access to some Wii content if things
Lord
occur
Commander,
as I'm
my
assuming they
hunt is
will.
at an end.
Okay.
I would lay
I'm
down
just
the
saying.
mantle of
Okay.
Azure Dragoon.
Yes. Xenoblade Chronicles is on the Wii. But most you need to play the last story. I think you will enjoy the last story a lot. Because I watched about little under half.
Now, I might be reading too much into its name, but is the last story a final fantasy?
No, it is not.
So there is
100.
more story after the last story.
Haha.
The name is ironic.
It is an ironic name. But it is hold up. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. I need to run inside. I gotta help out with my daughter.
Okay.
With that, I am going to. Let me see here. I am going to run a crap. I hit the wrong button. I am going to run another ad break here. And I will be right back. So,
Sounds good.
we'll be back.
Thank you, Wacky. I thought asking if the last story was a final. You liked that joke, okay? Just not the typo jokes, huh? Hmm. See, I didn't actually see an ad. So, what ad did you see, Wacky? Dyson chicken poppers. Reminds me of that episode of Futurama where everybody was eating like what they thought was like the equivalent of like popcorn chicken, and it ended up being, um, well, yeah, not. You don't remember that episode of Futurama? How could I keep forgetting that? I'm sorry about nightmares for a week. Well, but strict parents wouldn't generate nightmares by watching TV. I mean, I can understand that if you had the nightmares, then them restricting you from seeing it. But I, but I'm sorry about the nightmares. Oh wow, I'm sitting here in FC chat, free company chat, guild chat, essentially, talking about Feral, and apparently there are members of the guild that thought that Feral was female. I mean, well, yeah, this one person says in guild chat, I just thought Joya was a girl the entire time. Lol. And I said, well, the character of Joya is female. And they said, yeah, but I thought the player was too. And I said, tall Elizan female with blindingly white legs we named Science. All right. More work on the All right. See you, Wacky. Thanks for stopping by. two things. One, Wacky had to leave, so I thanked her, and okay, maybe three things. One, Wacky had to leave. We already covered that.
Okay.
Two, I just hit 70 on minor.
Nice.
And three, we were talking in guild chat, FC chat, and apparently there are people that thought Joya, both character and player, were female.
Okay, one of those is true.
And so I politely corrected them.
Yeah, that's why in the actual
In
Discord.
FC Discord, yeah.
yeah, I have
Yeah,
please call me the Pharaoh. Please don't call me Joya. That's just too weird.
But no, Kane Whitefang had our back.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I've watched some of his streams, and the 3 or 4 of them that are chatting on the stream usually are usually pretty funny."
Well, that's good.
So
it's a nice little bump in the FC chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my poor Bridgie, she wasn't feeling so hot.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a cold. She's got a stuffy nose, and she's like, I want mommy. I was like, mommy's asleep, girl. I want mommy. She's like passed out asleep, girl.
I too must see my task to its end.
She just wanted someone to sit with her.
My friend.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, on my minor, the gear I currently have has an eye level of 144.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went and hit the button for the level 70 minor gear I already have in the armory chest.
Give me 1 second. I am going to
cutscene.
Oh, I can't pause the cutscene. I was gonna pause the cutscene and put on a sweatshirt, but I'll just go sleeved.
With one decree,
I'll just rock my
that the
LDSG
rule of the
sweatshirt.
archbishops was ended, paving the way
Go sleeved.
for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and low.
You're wearing it like a snuggie.
Their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident.
All right, I'm back.
His duty done, Emmerich de Borel gladly stepped down.
So my currently equipped gear is eye level
My arms
144.
only to be
tickled.
raised unto the
No, I
highest
completely
seat
understand
in
that.
the House of Lords.
Gear I currently have eye level 144. I hit the button for recommended gear, and every single slot of gear it says upgrade.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Dorendaire
Let's see here.
left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir.
Gentle revolution.
Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emmerich's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace.
Rawr. We get to play with the dragons! Yay!
The people looked
Yeah,
on
my
in
eye
awe
level on minor
as
went
he
up
soared
by
through the heavens on
204.
Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail
Nice.
him an azure dragoon for a new age.
Cause here was a steady iron!
Burninating the Ishgard. Burninating.
It should have, honestly, it should have been Ishgards. It should have been Ishgards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was small
Thus
plot
were the
cottages.
notes of the
It
dragon
was small
song
plot cottages.
rewritten. The din of war, giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
That is a rather regal dragon riding saddle.
Well, would you expect anything less from Midgard Sormer?
Right. I'm riding side saddle, like a lady. From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton, Heavensward. Hooray! So now what? This is 3.4? Or now I'm getting into 3.4.
Let's find out. Three 3.3.
So I am finishing up 3.3.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next?
Don't die! Okay, he's just nappy nap.
Do you remember what the name of the quest is that you currently have?
Nope.
I'm going to assume Hero Litany of Peace. Because it says this quest includes a long cutscene, which starts
yeah.
when you tell Sir Emmerich that you need to go to the infirmary. Cutscene is approximately
Hold on,
15
I can
minutes
tell
long.
you. Yep, Litany of Peace.
Okay. So there is one quest remaining in 3.3.
Oh, okay.
Promises kept. And then you start 3.4.
Got it. Okay.
Now let's see. Since I am level 70 minor, am I able to do the thing? Am I able to do gathering Shadowbringers content? unlocking gathering or Shadowbringer gathering content. Yay!
Yay! Ooh. Dark Hero Buddy. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a little too greedy of a smile.
Well, I mean, what
Looked a
did I
little
say about the abyss?
Creepy creepies. No. Uh-oh. Don't you even dare. Him again. Ooh. Alfie's sister is going clandestine. Although she kind of sucked at it. And thus did gray mists give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rised above, voices joined in song. But beneath shroud boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Woohoo! Floor the horde. Floor the horde.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot at a fellow competitor. Oh man, that was pretty funny. All right. So, promises kept. Let's do this thing. Let's see here.
Well, the I need to add the counter. I don't need to worry about that here because it's not on my stream.
Nope.
But the name of patch 3.3 was Revenge of the Horde.
Ah, okay.
Now, I seem to remember that when patch 3.3 was announced and they listed the name as Revenge of the Horde, the Blizzard Twitter account said, "What?" they mentioned Square Enix in the Final Fantasy account, and they're just like, "What?" And there was if I remember correctly, they had a picture of whatever orc leader there was, Yeah, with just like a very questioning look on his face, like,
Zog Zog. Dabu.
quit touching me.
Stop poking me.
Let's see here. Astrologicum.
Okay. But actually, because the 70 minor gear I have is actually minor, botanist, and fisher gear. So it's really nice, actually.
Oh, they're enjoying a nice little meal together. How cute.
Are you sure?
What?
You know what happens when they're having when there's banquets and meals?
This isn't a banquet. This is just two people enjoying dinner together. That's different. And there wasn't made mention of any ominous waiters or waitresses or anything like that, so we're good here.
Or Molly Girl?
Mole, mole, mole.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
Oh boy. We got spirit? Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? I hate cheerleaders. Right.
You dislike cheerleaders because no cheerleader ever came to a swim meet.
Not true. We had some cheerleaders on the swim team.
We had to participate.
Right.
Like having cheerleaders at poolside doing their cheers.
Yeah,
No,
why do you need cheerleaders when you get a bunch of hot chicks in bathing suits cheering you on?
Well, because they have it for the football games. They have it for the basketball games.
I don't care about enforced
Look, he's
female
putting stuff
servitude.
in the. He's putting stuff in the.
We can see you spiking the
Though I have
punch.
lived in these lands my entire life. To hear you
I
speak
literally
is
can
much
see you.
more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a
No, I
marvelous
gotta say, my senior year, I mean, this is going to sound like bragging, but this is literally what happened. I was the best. I mean, I was MVP / swimmer of the year of my league almost all 4 years that I swam here in high school. But my junior year, there was one guy that was quite literally on paper my equal in the 100 backstroke.
Yeah.
And I remember the race where we swam against their high school. I truly did feel bad for all the other people in the race because nobody else mattered. It was me and Cole Iliff. The two of us. That was the main event. That was the heavyweight championship bout of the swim meet. No other race mattered because that was the big race.
It was you, him, and the clock.
Yeah, because literally I would outtouch him between the flags and the final wall. I mean, he would be ahead of me the entire race, but I would catch him almost every single time between the flags and the wall. Every time I raced him head to head. Every time we swam in different heats.
Here's the question. So you were in the same heat.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in adjacent lanes?
Yes. right next to each other. Right next to each other almost every single time without fail, because it would always be whenever we swam at invitationals, he would have the number 1 seed, I would have the number 2 seed. And it would always go like that. But then I would always beat him in finals. There was only one race, head-to-head, he ever beat me in, and that was league finals. He actually beat me at league finals, and he set the league record. And he beat me by like a half a body length. He swam out of his mind because, and I contend it was because I was focused on CIF, which I guess in other states is equivalent of regionals. Because we didn't have state back then. We did not have a state high school swim meet. It just didn't exist back then. Now it does, but back then it didn't. So the CIF, that was the big thing for high school. That was the end all be all. So I was training and resting up to hit my best time at that swim meet. But he did it for league. He didn't care about CIF. And it totally showed. He peaked. He beat me hands down. But yeah, every single other race, I always beat him by that much. And I beat him from the flags to the wall every time. Every time.
So clearly you guys were enemies in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of the pool, before and after the races, did you guys get along at all? Did you really interact?
The thing was, he did not swim for a club team, as far as I understood. He was only a high school swimmer. He was a polo player and a high school swimmer. So, I mean, the fact that he was that fast was amazing. And as far as I understood, I don't think he ever swam for college. I mean, he was a 52.3. I think he was like a 52.300 backstroker, which back then was not bad. I mean, that could easily get you in any D2, D3 school. No problem. No problem whatsoever. It's not getting you anywhere near the likes of Stanford, Berkeley, USC. It's not getting you in any of those schools, but it could definitely get you into UC Irvine. It could get you into, let me think, what were some other ones? Santa Barbara. It could get you in a lot of other Division I schools. But I don't know. He never did anything after that, which was a crying shame because he could have easily gotten a scholarship. But no, I actually did not know Cole outside of the pool at all. I mean, most of the other top dogs in the league, they were my training buddies at club team. So I knew a lot of people,
never really interacted with them at all.
No, I just never did.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I never did. Like my senior year though, in the 100 backstroke, it was me and my buddy Sean that I grew up training with, and I knew I could beat the crap out of him, just no problem whatsoever. And then the best treat, though, was I actually won CIF my senior year. And the only reason is because Michael Kavik, his school, got moved out of my division that year. Now, Michael Kavik is also known as Milorad Kavic, the dude that almost beat Michael Phelps in that iconic 100 butterfly race. Do you know which one I'm talking about? It was
the Olympics, right?
I want to say, the Olympics. I think it was Greece. I think it was the Greece Olympics, where literally Michael Phelps out-touched Michael Kavik by this much. Like less than 100th of a second. Yeah, that guy swam against me all growing up.
Well, I mean, when it comes to sports, it's who your competition is.
Yeah, and I also swam against Aaron Pearsall and Lenny Kravitz, Lenny Kraselberg. Who both of them at one point held all backstroke world records. Yeah, I swam against those guys. So whenever I said, yeah, I'm not making the Olympics ever, people in my high school were like, dude, you just gotta believe, man. I was like, yeah. Here's the difference. I swam against the number 1 and number 2 in the world. I know exactly where I stand, and that is 25 yards behind them. I got beat by Aaron Pearsall head-to-head by 25 yards in a 200-yard backstroke.
Alas,
But,
much
you
as
know,
I'd like
I
to
mean,
accept your
I had a
invitation,
long
I fear the present duties
way
of
to
the House
go.
of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday,
Which
perhaps.
quite frankly is an absolute blessing, because very, very, very few swimmers ever get to know exactly where they stand with regards to the absolute best of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Very few ever get that chance, and I am ever grateful to have that chance because it grounded me so hard. Because if I lived in, like, because what was hilarious was you always had these kids up in Utah that were like the big fish in the little pond up there. They're like, yeah, man, I'm 5A champion, yeah, you know. And then they get to BYU and they're just like, wait, there's other swimmers that are faster than me? Wait, what?
Huh?
Yeah, so it was always fun. It was always fun to watch egos get deflated
By your
when the
deeds,
new
you
freshman
have
class
helped us to
always
lay the
came in.
foundation for lasting reform.
Because, I mean, me personally, I actually never won an event at BYU. All 4 years, I never
Yeah.
placed first in any heat in any dual meet. I mean, I placed first in invitationals, but like in an actual dual meet, I never won an event. I came in second numerous times, but it was usually to one of my teammates.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, I
formation of the
knew that
Republic is
my
but the
place
beginning.
in college was
For
a
it is not
pointer.
only our system
I
of
would pick
governance
up
which
those
must needs
seconds,
change.
thirds, and fourths.
We the people must
Pretty
learn to let go
consistently.
of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past.
Not everybody can be sitting at the top of the rung, on the top rung of the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
I only
Now,
pray
granted,
that I
yes,
live
there
long enough
is
to see us
always
achieve
somebody
some
that has to
measure
be
of
on the bottom
success,
rung.
that I might know the lost
But
did not die in vain.
That doesn't necessarily mean that the bottom rung has to be
I can
so
still
far
see you there on
below.
the steps of
The,
faith,
I mean,
striding
the space between the
fearlessly
top and the
towards
bottom
world.
rung can be
If
fairly
you could
short.
do that,
Right.
who are
And there's
we
nothing
to
bad
balk
with
at the
that.
challenges ahead?
Yeah, like you watch a 50 freestyle in the Olympics, first place and 8th place is within a quarter of a second.
Yeah.
It's rather ridiculous. You're just like, oh, thank goodness
The
for
question of
touchpads.
How best to strengthen ties with the other great nations in
Because
the
imagine
world
if someone had
has
to be
been
like,
debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late.
Your voice cut out.
I know. It's oh, it did? No. I was doing the whole okay, maybe that lane. Okay, which lane? I don't know. You all win. There you go. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
As you may imagine, maintaining
All right.
stability during this period of historic
Time for
upheaval
politics.
is our paramount
Yay.
concern.
Yay!
Nevertheless, we are greatly
Now remember,
indebted.
you've
Of
been
course,
you're a fugitive from Eorzea,
the
right?
Lords
Or
and
is that
Commons
already
agree on
resolved?
very little. But not
I
a
think
soul
that
in
was
either
already
house
resolved
begrudges
by,
your order this
Nanamo.
offer of patronage.
Okay,
For all you have done and will do. we thank
that's
you.
right. Because you wouldn't have been able to be present at the big grand melee with Big Beefy Boy.
Yeah, that was oh no. Uh-oh. Please no. Oh no. No, don't drink it.
May I ask a personal question?
Okay, good. He's not dead.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
I want to go to
Commander, sorry to
Disneyland.
give the interruption.
You don't.
News from House Fulton.
Volton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light.
There we go.
Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they
Now
have
that I've
requested...
hit 70 on minor, I get to go back and do
You must
job
go to them, my
quests,
friend.
starting with my level 58 minor quest.
Poor Warrior of Light. Poor Joya. She never gets a chance to have any, like, real friends.
For every ending
Everybody's her friend.
marks a new beginning.
I know, but she never gets to, like, hang out with anybody. It seems like every time we try and hang out, some big calamity happens, and just like, no, I just want to hang out. I just want to chill, put my feet up. Dang it.
A new dawn, as did
Well,
she.
to be fair, you are kind of mainlining the MSQ,
Oh, no, I know.
and there are
Only to be
parts
drawn
of the
onto another
MSQ that,
battlefield,
basically
another cause,
occur months
as if
apart,
by
Oh.
fate.
rather than like one right after another. And so there is that downtime. We're just kind of,
We're just bulldozing through
camera
that
for right
downtime.
now.
Got it.
yeah.
Here, hold up. I got it. I gotta see something here.
Oh, you want to see where it was a ways back.
Yeah. Let's see here. Can I do page up? Nope. That's zooming. Let's see here.
You can take the scroll bar
Oh, there you go. I
on
see
the
that.
left.
Yeah, I was trying to see which one was it, which one it was. Let's see here. Okay, yo-yo show. Let's see here. Do.
If you see people talking about firing people out of cannons or just firing them, it's a little bit after that.
Okay. Firing people out of cannons. That's nice. Ruby, can you fire Elise? Okay, there you go. Oh, here we go. I have to enter any buzzard be on his Twitch screen. Joy is a guy? There's a man named Farrell. He streams on Twitch pretty much 95% of the time he's in the game. Fun to watch as well. Oh, okay. I just thought Joya was a girl the entire time.
The entire time.
Well, the character of Joya is a female. Yeah, but the player was too. Tall elephant female with blindingly white legs we named Science.
Listening to this back and forth between you three, Soraya, is funny listening to. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come watch, except he's AFK. Yeah, I was lying in bed with my 3-year-old. All right, that's enough. That's cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah, have I told you about the multiple times I've been called a female in drive-through windows? I like there.
Did they correct themselves once you got to the window?
No, there was one time I
or
flat
did
out.
they make that mistake even after they saw you?
No. I flat out corrected this one girl at a Taco Bell once. Oh man, she was she did not talk to me the rest of the time I was at that drive-through because she kept going. So, ma'am. I'm like,
Is that?
the first time I was just kind of like, okay, just roll with it.
Okay, sure, whatever.
And then she did it like 3 more times, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like she was trying to be mean or anything. It was just, okay, ma'am. All right. Sounds good, ma'am. Okay. All right. So, ma'am, your order is
Now,
blah, 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 blah.
Had you been female, it just would have been polite.
Yeah, it would have been polite, but it was just kind of like,
twin sister.
I was like, okay, first thing, I'm a dude. Second thing, yes, that is the end of my order. Oh. And then I go to the drive-through window, and she's just like putting her head down. I was like, "Hey, you're not the first. You're not the last." I was like,
Did that make you feel better as far as you're aware?
I was like, honest mistake. I have a higher voice than most dudes. Don't worry about it. You're perfectly fine. She's like, oh, okay. I mean, this was like 2006, 7. Yeah, it was before Carrie and I got married, so I think it was 2007 when that happened. Oh, and another fun Taco Bell story. There was another day at a different Taco Bell. My wife and I were trying to get some grub, and there was these 2 ladies, larger, that had a preponderance of pigment on their skin, and they were taking an incredibly long time at the drive-thru, like a psychotically long amount of time at the drive-thru window.
Now, you see, I don't mind taking my sweet time in the drive-thru.
I had been tracking them since the
so long as
ceremony at
one
Falcon's
condition
Nest.
is met.
Okay.
Little did I know
I am alone in the drive-thru. There was no one behind me.
Right. Yes. And yes, these ladies were taking an inordinate amount of time. So like, and not only that, they were having a visible argument with the people in the Taco Bell, and it did not seem like it was, that there's certain arguments of like, hey, look, you kind of missed a taco. Well, no, he didn't. Okay, here, please take the bag back, check it. Here's the receipt. I need one more taco. There are those kinds of arguments. This was a entitlement, Eric, badgering, oh, no, you did not, kind of an argument. And so then they get the food. They barely pull forward. They pull it forward enough to where their window is not in line with the drive-thru window, which doesn't give me enough room to get my delicious tacos. And they start like checking the bag. I just put my head out the window and go, move.
Nice.
Yeah, they were not appreciative of that comment.
but Farrell, you need to understand.
Evident.
They needed to double check to make sure that they had all their tacos.
That is why you pull the F forward.
Let me finish. They had to make sure they had enough tacos for their trip to Walmart to return their Christmas lights the day after Christmas.
Right?
Right.
Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. And there, what's funny though is I don't know if I'm blowing out your eardrums all the time, and if I do over voice chat, I do apologize.
No worries, it's all good.
I know this sounds like a shock, but I am typically a very loud individual. My wife is always yelling at me.
The heck you say?
My wife is always like, honey, just lower the voice level. I'm just a loud guy. That's how I roll. So there's been some times where my loud voice comes into very good usage. Like there was one time I was at a big history review, and it was at BYU in one of the massive lecture halls. And I was in the back just because I got there late because of swim practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the back, and I had one question that I wanted to ask. You know, I went for the review, but I had one question that must be asked. So I was all the way in the back.
One
question. Just one question. So then, ooh, she took an arrow. Ouch. Oh, poisoned arrow. Oops. So then,
Thank you for
so then
coming
I
so
was in the
quickly.
back, and
you,
I raised my
certainly.
hand. They go, okay, yes, you in the back. And I just stood up, and I'm just like, blah, 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 you know, whatever the question was. And they go, wow, you don't need a microphone, do you? And then there was another time at Seven Peaks Water Park, which is this water park in Provo area. It's pretty much one of those water parks. It's like one massive slide tower up the center of the park, and it's got like all these different slides coming off the tower at different levels.
Different levels, different angles.
Yeah, different styles of slides, different ride trajectories, blah blah blah. So so my wife and I wanted to do this one that's kind of like a large-scale potato sack ride. Like, you know, it's got the wee, you know, the drops and drops and drops, but it's like one of the tallest slides. So we had to go all the way to the top. Now, there were two slides at the top. One was like a dropout slide. The other one was just kind of like, you know, potato sack ride on steroids. So we all wanted to go on that one. But then, you know, everyone was congregating, you know, on this is like a 4-foot wide staircase, and it was just clogging everything up. But we were waiting in line, and we kind of noticed everyone was talking about the teal slide, not the yellow slide. So then and then I also looked, and I noticed there's a yellow handrail, there's a teal handrail. I'm like, I wonder. And then my wife goes, oh, I wish that someone would just say, everyone who's going on the teal slide, hold the teal handrail, so everyone going on the yellow hell side. I was like, may I have your attention, please? Everyone who is going on the teal slide, please take one step to the right. Everyone who's going on the yellow slide, take one step to your left. And like Moses, everyone move to the right.
Because
so
in
then
a water park,
my wife
going
and I
up the tower, there does not need to be two-way traffic like there is on a freeway.
Right. So then my wife and I
down a different path.
Right. So my wife and me and a couple of our buddies, we just walked right up the left, and then someone goes, wow, that's a smart man. And someone goes, nope, that was the woman's idea. You totally know that's the woman's idea. And then I caught up with one of my high school friends later, you know, because there was a whole group of us that went to BYU. So I caught up with one of my high school friends who was at the same party as me.
Did they say something to the effect of, hey,
yes,
I heard your voice.
Yes. They were like, was that you up on the... I was like, yep, that was me. They're like, I knew that had to be you. Because of anyone who would have pulled that kind of a stunt, it would have been you. So yeah, that was a fun night.
Done all we can for now.
Yeah, the thing with me and water parks is I'm a water park fiend because my dad has been the head engineer of Raging Water San Dimas for as long as I can remember.
San Dimas High School rules!
Yes, exactly. Literally. I'm going to click off the main mic for 1 second.
Nice.
So we always had, and then we always got season tickets for there. And my parents would just dump us off at the park at like opening time. And they'd be like, okay, we're leaving at 1 o'clock. Make sure you're by these benches at 1 o'clock. And we go, okay. And we would just run amok all over the park. I mean, we would cause all sorts of legal shenanigans. It was good fun. We knew so many ways to have fun on water slides.
We came to Eorzea together. hoping to bring
But
salvation to the realm our
but one
grandfather
thing that
gave
was
his life to
hilarious
protect.
was this past summer we went to Raging Waters with my kids, and then I went with one of
When
my
confronted with the bitter
coworker that's
realities of its
actually
politics
not
and its
related to
petty
me.
powermongers, she was driven
And
to
I was
anger.
running around with her
There was a doubt.
husband and his daughter. Excuse me. And we have these slides called the speed slides. I was trying to think. I think Napoleon in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure actually, Excellent Adventure. He actually went down the speed slides. Because he went down Rampage.
Okay.
And he went down speed slides. Rampage was the one where he's on the raft. There's like a
Yeah.
little tiny plastic raft. Unfortunately, I never got to ride that ride. They tore it out before I was old enough to be able to ride that ride, which pissed me off because it looked like a wicked, awesome ride. But then, so that I loved speed slides. I could,
She refused to become embroiled in
I
what she
just know
termed
all the
Eorzea's
sliding. I know
squabbles
all
and
expert
distanced herself
speed
from the
strats
Scions.
on slides. And if you go down fast enough, my crap, you catch air on the final. There's a couple drops right at the end. You can catch so much air. It's ridiculous. It gets a little crazy and like almost, oh my gosh, I'm going to fly out of this freaking slide. But, oh, it's so much fun. But this time, I actually managed to flip myself over from my back onto my stomach. After, because I went on, I caught air, I landed, but then I landed on a side. So then I slid down the bottom, up the side, and just whoop. I just landed right on my face. And I'm still going. I mean, there's still like another 5 seconds of a slide left. I'm just like, oh no, Dave. If they see me flipped over, I mean, honestly, literally, if I wanted to, I could sue for that. Like, that's how big of a problem that is. If you have a water slide that's actually flipping people over because it's so fast. Well, granted, I modified my body position to make me be like freaking greased lightning on that slide. But,
Well, of course.
but I could have actually sued Raging Waters, and I probably could have won the lawsuit because of it.
But why would you want to do that?
Oh, no. I would never do that in a million years. I find that a badge of honor. I find it a badge of honor to flip yourself over on a water slide. I mean, there are some water slides that, yes, you can flip yourself over very easily, and they are already all torn out.
Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that...
All right.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what did you do
so
now?
for the level
For all our
60 minor
differences,
quest, I have to
she's as
collect
dedicated as
3
any
high
scion to the
quality
salvation of Eorzea.
adamantite ore.
But more than to be reunited
So,
with
the
her, only to lose
cheapest
her forever.
Adamantite ore
Take
on the
heart,
market
Master
board,
Alphino.
high quality, is in a lot of 47.
Okay.
Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the
I
situation
don't need
and inform him that
47 adamantite ore.
Alphino, is the Warrior of Light, is she with you? Don't go, there is something I must
And
say.
I will purchase 5 at double the price per ore, just so I can have it.
Okay, real quick. This is important.
The Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the Primals is but the first step in their plan.
What's the plan?
They make for Zelphatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
We must stop them. Alfalfa.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred,
Get a little pep in your
I
step,
would ask that
Tataru.
you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary.
Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Do we know what happened to his eye yet?
Whose eye? Nidhogg's eyes? Nidhogg's eyes?
No, not Nidhogg. Oh crap. What's his name? Ninja Boy.
Thancred?
Yeah.
Let me... I want to say code 861. Is that right?
Code 861. What does that mean? I got you, bro.
871 is what I was thinking. Which is something that you would have no... I apologize. I was trying to make a bad joke, and it's falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about at all.
No, that's okay. Let me go ahead and check.
Let's see here. All right, I think I am going to teleport to Camp Dragonhead, and I think we're going to shut things down for the night.
Okay.
So, yeah, so Shadows of the First, this is the first part of 3.4, yeah?
I believe so. Let
Okay.
me... Shadows of the First is the second quest in 3.4.
Okay. All right, so we are officially in 3.4, which is just absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think tomorrow night we'll just continue playing more Final Fantasy 14. We won't do Left Alive.
Okay.
Mainly because I have a pretty stacked day tomorrow, and I don't really want to bring my PS4 out here and mess with all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll just be we'll continue on with Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. Next Saturday we will start Left Alive and MST3K the crap out of it.
Oh, that's sounds fantastic.
I think this is going to be gold, Jerry. I think it's going to be gold. So, all right, quick show close tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Always appreciative of those who are here, those who are lurking. Thank you all so much for your patronage here at the Frito Bendito Taqueria. As always, Will, thank you for staying up late and hanging out with me.
That's okay. I just need to be at work in 8.5 hours.
All right. Well, I hope you will actually.
I should actually be able to get some sleep.
That's
so,
good.
Yay.
That's good. All right. Well, once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night at around 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30 plus minus Pacific time. Good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
And we'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Good night.